These critical nutrients are surprisingly beneficial at helping you solve the #1 problem men face as you age. Hey Wellness Warrior, I'm Dr. Zyrowski, and this major issue is going to be a swollen prostate. Your prostate is located right below your bladder, and as it becomes hypertrophied, what happens is it starts to actually press on your bladder. And as it presses on your bladder, it increases the urgency to need to go to the restroom. But there's another problem. Your urethra also becomes compressed, making it difficult to go to the restroom. So you have a double-edged sword causing problems for you that can make your life miserable, causing a lot of symptoms like running to the bathroom all the time or being up all night. So in this video, we're going to talk about why this occurs, the top symptoms you need to watch out for, and also the nutrients that you can add into your life today in order to reverse this problem without medication, without surgery, do it naturally, and do it effectively. Let's dive into why this happens. The first big problem is going to be decreased testosterone and increased estrogen as we age. You know, this isn't something that might happen. There's a very good chance all this is going to happen, is simply because as we age, it's estimated that 50% of men will face a swollen prostate by the age of 65 and 90% of men by the age of 80. So as we age, our testosterone starts to decrease and our estrogen starts to increase. Well, what are the two biggest factors that cause this to happen? One is going to be insulin resistance, okay? And the other is going to be extra fat on our body. Typically, we're going to look at obesity, but even belly fat is also a problem. And as we increase our estrogen, it increases our chance of having a swollen prostate. So what can we do in order to avoid this? Well, first, we want to avoid excessive intake of sugar and carbs. And the second thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we're exercising regularly. It'll help improve our metabolism, but also it'll help boost our testosterone. Because one of the keys here is keeping our testosterone up into a healthy place. Now, the top 6 symptoms that you want to watch out for are incomplete bladder emptying, nocturia, that means waking up at night going to the restroom, straining to urinate, painful urination, a weak urine stream, and also a sudden urge to have to go to the bathroom. So if you have these symptoms, there's a good chance you're dealing with some level of swollen prostate, and it's always good to take action as soon as you start to notice these symptoms arise versus waiting until it's in a really bad place. Let's now dive into the different nutrients that you can use in order to overcome this issue, and we're also going to talk about how much you need of each. First, we're going to look at Pygium africanum. Basically, what this has been shown is to help with decreasing the hypertrophy effectively and scientifically within the prostate gland. Now the thing is this isn't something new. This has been used for over 300 years. It comes from an extract from an African tree, and it's been shown to really work well. Now we're going to look at green tea. This has been shown to have anti-inflammatory effects and also decrease the symptoms of a swollen prostate. You could either supplement with it, or you could even just make sure that you're drinking green tea daily. Next, we're going to look at zinc and B6. They have both been shown to help decrease symptoms and DHT. Now, zinc is in high concentrations within the prostate gland. Now, when you have a deficiency of zinc, it's been shown to be correlated with poor prostate health. So we want to make sure that we have both of these. Now, when we look at DHT, the zinc specifically is shown to do something really incredible here. As we age, what can happen is we can get a reduction of testosterone to something called DHT. And as this DHT increases in our body, it's correlated with poor prostate health and also prostate hypertrophy. So we want to make sure that we're working to decrease that using these different nutrients. Now we're going to have saw palmetto. This is something that is widely known. It's been shown to decrease the growth factor within the prostate, right? We have a swollen prostate. We want to shrink it back down. So this is going to help with that. And it's also going to do the same thing, helping decrease that DHT. Just remember it this way. The more DHT, the worse off your prostate is. And then there's also something known as cranberry fruit extract. Okay, this isn't just eating cranberries. This is using an extract from the cranberry fruit. And what it's been shown to do is help decrease flow of urination and also improve the overall function of the prostate health. Now, we talked about before, how much do you need of each of these? Before I mention that, one of the things I also want to mention is that we can even take a testosterone support And this will also help boost up your level of testosterone, decreasing the chance of you having prostate issues. So what I'll do is I'll put resources not only to this stuff right here, because what you want to do is you want to take it all in one formula. You don't want to have like 10 different vitamins out there. You want to take it all in one formula, and also taking that testosterone support can be beneficial too. I'll put resources in the description. Now, when we go back to the Pygium africanum, basically what's been shown in the science, and I'm going to give you the amounts that you need to take based off some of the science, is 100 milligrams per day has been proven to be beneficial. Now, when we look at green tea, I say that you stick with drinking it. If you want to go the extra bit and supplement with it, there's nothing wrong with that. However, I think just keeping it simple and drinking green tea and making that a habit is going to be highly beneficial, especially as you age, because it has anti-cancer benefits, anti-aging, and helps fight disease. Now, when it comes to the zinc, 10 milligrams a day for prostate health has been shown to be beneficial, okay? And then with the B6, about 30 milligrams per day for the prostate health is beneficial. Saw palmetto, about 320 milligrams per day. And you can kind of see where the heavy hitters are here. You know, some of these we have just high amounts because they are very important. Some, the amounts are a little bit lower. But if you look at some of these lower ones, you're also going to get a lot of this from your foods. So saw palmetto, about 320 milligrams per day. And then the cranberry fruit extract, about 500 milligrams per day. When you put this all together with a testosterone support, what you're going to find is that you immediately start getting relief. Now, the thing is that you don't want to just give it a day or two of using these types of supports. You actually want to give it a solid 30, 60, 90 days. Be willing to put the effort in, because when you're looking at solving this issue and doing it naturally, you're actually looking to get to the root cause. If you're just going to take a medication and try to cover up your symptoms, and as they continue to get worse, just put a Band-Aid on it, well, that's a whole different thing. Sure, you can get some results like this, but you didn't fix anything. You covered up the problem, and the problem is getting worse. Whereas we're talking about getting to the root cause and putting the proper nutrients in to actually fix the function of the body naturally. And as a result of that, it's going to take a little bit of extra time, but it is worth the extra time because you're actually getting to the root cause. So I'm Dr. Zyrowski, and if you enjoyed this video, I think you'll really like this one right over here next.